Hi, I'm Dr. Chris. I'm a practicing chiropractor. I'm the founder of MuscleCare. I see 55,000 patient visits a year in my practice. We understand pain. If you or anyone in your family just love to walk, jog, or even run, give them this mini series of stretches to really help them minimize the stress of those activities and maximize their enjoyment. The Super 6 rules to stretch are: warm up, be gentle, no sharp pain, breathe, always do both sides, don't bounce, and always hold for at least 30 seconds or until you feel the muscle relax. Now that you're warm, let's do these stretches to really enjoy our walking, our jogging, our running, so that we don't hurt ourselves and we can keep doing this every day, because the health benefits of running, walking, etc. are so good. For the front of chest stretch, your right arm should be perpendicular, parallel to the ground, and you would actually try to hook your hand onto a wall for support. And if you can extend your fingers backward in order to open up the fascia and connective tissue of the forearm and the hand, you'll get a much better stretch all the way up the arm, all the way through the chest. But remember, what you want to do is feet are planted square on the ground, and you rotate your body away from the side you're stretching. That includes your neck. So if your right hand's on the wall, you'll turn your face and your torso to the left. Okay, do the same thing on the other side for balance. What we're gonna do now is a torso stretch. Hips should be right under the shoulders, ears should be right over top of the shoulders, and you'll do a torso stretch. You can hold your hips and just twist the spine and the neck all the way up to the top in rotation to the left. Do not move your hips. As you've done this stretch and you've held it for 30, then for more stretch, you can turn your pelvis further to the one side. Do both stretches equally on both sides. Now, for the front of leg or quadricep, we call it stretch, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're standing holding a wall with one hand, the right hand, and then you'll pull your left heel up to your buttock and you'll grab the front of the ankle on the left with your left hand. Try to hold that foot and heel as close to your left buttock as humanly possible, and that's when you go through those Super 6 rules of stretch. Now remember, again, this may be tight, you may not be able to get it all the way there. It's not essential that you touch your heel to your buttock, just as long as you feel the front of leg stretching. Do both sides. Once we want to do our hip flexor stretch, we can roll directly from our front of thigh or quadricep stretch. We can put our right hand on a chair for support. And all we do is, as we want to stretch our hip flexor, it's important that we try to pull our left leg back. So the left thigh, you're trying to get it closer and closer to parallel to the ground as you hinge at your waist and you move forward. So when your body is really doing this well and your hip flexors are stretched out, you'll be able to make a T. Your right leg is on the ground, that's the bottom of the T, and your torso and your left thigh create the top of the T. To effectively stretch the middle calf, you lean onto a wall or a post, and what you want is your left leg forward. So the left foot is pointing forward, the left knee is bent slightly, probably about 30 degrees, and then the right heel is placed back behind your body. Always keep the right heel on the ground, and then your hands are on a wall or a post, and you lean forward. And what that does, you lock your right knee out. You keep it in extension. You don't lift the heel off the ground. Your right foot must be maintained pointing forward so that we get a perfect mid-gastroc or calf stretch. And then by keeping our knee locked in extension, we stretch out all the connective tissue and the fascia behind the knee, which is where a lot of us build up a lot of tension. Put that right foot up so the heel is on a chair. Start with that. Keep the leg perfectly straight. Don't bend the leg. You want to stretch the connective tissue in the back of the knee. This is what everybody misses. So if you do that and you're getting used to that at that level, that height of the chair, then start to hinge at the waist and lean your body forward. Don't round the shoulders, don't round the neck. Hinge forward. Put more stress on that hamstring to stretch. That's an effective way for those that have, again, balance issues or dizziness or vertigo problems. Now, reach around out front. Put the left hand on the back of the right one and push away from you, but do not round out. Stay straight. Open those muscles up in the upper back. Stretch them. Keep the head straight, ears over shoulder. 5 to 10 seconds. Repeat that 5 to 10 times. Sit torso 90 degrees to your legs, both legs straight out in front of you. So if we can take the legs out to a V shape, we can actually get the inside groin or adductor muscles and the hamstrings to stretch together. Just lean your palms onto the floor and glide out between the legs, keeping the body hinged at the waist, not rounding out. You can do this standing or lying down, but if you're going to stand, hold a chair, lift up the right knee to 90 degrees so that the thigh is parallel to the ground, and grab that right knee with your left hand and pull it so it rotates to the side. Try not to twist your upper body. Try to keep your upper body straight ahead, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hip, and twist to the side. You can do this lying down as well if you have balance issues or dizziness problems. For the standing shin stretch, if you've got knee problems and you can't kneel, this is a great stretch. Stand holding a wall, have a chair, have a couch behind you. Keep the one leg, the balanced leg, perfectly straight. Stand up nice and tall. Bend your other knee to 90 degrees. Open the ankle up and get those toes of yours, the top of your foot, on a couch or a chair. That's going to open up the front of ankle. And then what you can do is you bend the supporting leg a little bit if you want to lower yourself down and put more torque, more stretch on those front of shin muscles. That's a great stretch to prepare for walking, running, and any sport going. One of the best hip and spinal stretches you can do is when you sit on the ground, legs out in front, bend the left leg up so that you can lift your left foot over the right knee. Rest the foot flat on the ground and then keep your body at 90 degrees to your legs. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn your upper body to the left and hook your right back of elbow on the outside of the left knee. Make sure that your face, neck, upper back are all twisted to the left, and use that right elbow on the outside of the left leg for leverage. Deep breathing. Make sure you can breathe, because if you can't breathe, you're stretching too much. That is a fantastic stretch, but you're stretching a lot of large tissue, especially in the hips and the gluteus area, so holding that a little longer may be needed. You feeling better? I knew you would. Listen, why don't you continue your pain-free journey by clicking the link in the description below and access my full stretching series and share the relief of pain and stress with friends and family. And you know what? If you really want to feel even better, why don't you try this? MuscleCare is the new sub-topical, all-natural, evidence-based pain, spasm, and inflammation reliever. You're going to love it. It's easy to use, simple to put on, no mess, no fuss. It's a roll-on. I'm Dr. Chris, and have a great day.